We've got to wait till you're like halfway through. Yeah. We're live here on Halloween night, which is Halloween for you out there. Ooh, it's not Halloween for us, but ooh, it's January. We were close. I'm Ian The Dragonborn Bard, but I'm not in control tonight. I am.
How does that feel?
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm quite.
We'll get the saddle out later, yeah?
Spit on that thing first. We're here for a Halloween special, and there's nothing really to do. There's no announcements other than to hand over to James, who's in the. Do you prefer DM or GM, James?
Call me Dungeon Master.
We're over to Dungeon Master James, who made that creepy and horrid.
Well,
it's the whole theme.
I hand over to you, buddy. It's all you.
We're going to play Deathhouse Revamped. First of all, we're going to go around the table introducing our characters as well as what they look like. We're going to start with you, Tamsin.
All right. I am Ken Tinkerclaw. God, this is big.
What did you call my mum?
Awful accents. So Pipkin Tinkerclaw, he's a little rock gnome. At first appearance may look a bit like a child, but he's in his like 30s, but for a gnome obviously that's still probably a child. He's got himself a little fox companion with him called Rusty. Pipkin's like a bit like the kind of hobbit outfit, kind of, you know, your sort of browns and your greens, and he's all ready for adventure out in the wilds and the death and the darkness that he will traverse.
Yes, yes, you will. And Steph?
Hello, I'm Steph. I'm playing the lady Sassa. I'm a paladin. I'm the lady Sassa Arrhenius, knight, wife, lover, and
why all the time?
myself. I think there's something about this seat.
It's a powerful seat. It's a great seat.
She is a human in her sort of like mid to late 30s. She wears very fine clothes and a sort of chainmail. She also has with her 3 attendants who she goes everywhere with. Stephen, Bartholomew, and Hildegard.
Hildegard.
And I'm guessing they've got jobs.
Oh yeah, Stephen is my squire, Bartholomew is my valet, and Hildegard is my maid. They have 7 HP.
She's living in his dream right here.
I made them just for you.
I love them. They are. Your character can fuck off.
Yeah.
They stay.
Literally, I was like, night background.
And then David?
David. Inspiration.
Gotta try harder than that, mate.
I am First High Captain Magnus Hawthorne. He is an 80-year-old halfling. He is about 3 foot, completely bald on top, explosively grey hair at the sides. Yeah, he's got a good old bushy moustache.
Big bushy moustache.
Intensively paranoid. That one of his 12 sons from 14 different wives, mind you, do the math, is trying to bump him off for his enormous wealth. No one is. No one's trying to kill Magnus. Not in his family, at least. But yeah, so he just kind of stumbles through life, living vicariously from lifelong story to lifelong story.
I love that.
What a wonderful time.
I'm with someone with a bushling beard. Alex?
Oh, thank you. I play Ubric Barkfoot, who is a human druid in his late 40s, early 50s. He's got a thick mane of orange hair, thick beard, lacquered in tree resin. He's got a necklace of like what seem to be bones or maybe fingers, covered in furs. He's got like an obsidian sickle at his side, and he has a flat face with like broad features blunted by the wilds, and he is just a wild man, straight out of the woods.
Wow, thank you.
And Siobhan?
Hello, so I am playing a tiefling bard, and she is called Lucia Arteria. She has just left her troupe of entertainers called the Good Time Bunch, And she was the most prized bagpipe player in the group, and she has always just wanted to go on an adventure. So this is her kind of first journey out into the world as a young tiefling, and she's very, very excited about it and very
Someone gave you
positive.
terrible advice to come to.
Yeah.
Do you know where it's nice?
She thinks it's a lot. Yeah, she's just
Pretty
completely
cool in this.
oblivious.
Really, if you like Gothic architecture,
Before we move on, like,
High SPF issues.
hands up, who has actually played through Curse of Strahd? Like the actual campaign itself, not just one shots. Yeah, okay, cool. Just,
Super new.
yeah, no, that's fine. I guess I jumped in.
Ian.
So I am Ian, I'm the Dragonborn Bard, and usually I'm over there in that seat, but tonight I'm here with the scum.
yay!
No, I'm playing Aurora, the Fire Ganassi Paladin. They are full plate, head to toe, that sometimes you see steam rising out of. Just from behind the T visor, you can sometimes see the fiery glow of their eyes. They carry a halberd and are a champion of Palor, the sun god. A radiant servant, some would say. And they have that... so they have this kind of gunmetal grey full plate, but they have a golden embossed 7-pointed star of Palor, and they are here to purge the lands of the curses and bring back the sun to Barovia.
As many have tried.
Yeah. That's why I go back to has anybody else here played Curse of Strahd?
That's nice, dear.
I feel like we've done this before. I feel like this keeps happening.
I came through here last week. You want to join it?
It's some fucking pale
What's that? You got
guy.
a fast track to death? Here you go. we pre-dug your graves. How are you spelling it?
So, this is the thing, so obviously, I know this is a one-shot, I know I'm going to hand over to you in a minute, but, obviously, Barovia, at the end of Curse of Strahd, it says that, basically, it all resets and everything goes back to where it was in the beginning. Strahd is left in this...
Spoilers, mate.
Everybody who's played it knows. Ends up in this continuous loop of being trapped in Barovia, and that's the whole point. He's in this demi-plane. It's very, very cool how it works about. And the way I imagine it is, the adventurers who finish it, who are usually, one of the original party, and then, the first, fourth rendition of characters, end up leaving as, the new guys come in, and as somebody who's been on, active service, as the new guy going in, watching the other guys leave, I'm like, that's all I see. It's these, dead-eyed humans, good luck. Just
Night shift, tap in.
yeah.
High five way past, yeah.
They become the new barkeep, and it's like, oh, not another one.
Right.
Yeah.
As we set to dive in, you guys are all your characters. You have arrived at a tent. As you step inside, the air changes. It becomes thick and heavy with a scent of burning incense. A shadow flickers across the interior walls, cast by a few low-hanging lanterns that give off a dim, reddish glow. The light dances on layers of old, tattered fabric draped from the ceilings in shades of purple, crimson, and midnight blue. These once bright colours have faded, dulled by years of neglect and wear, giving the tent a strange sense of both mystery but also decay. In the centre of a tent, seated below a low, round table covered in a deep red cloth, sits an ancient figure with a glint in her eye, seeming to reflect the knowledge far beyond her years, carved into this weathered face. Her gaze is sharp as she meets your eye, and she looks at you as she invites you to sit at her table. Ah, you've come, as fate had foretold. Sit, travellers. Much must be revealed, as she gestures to the 6 chairs around the table. Would you like to sit? If not, that's the end of the campaign. See you guys next week.
It was a very quick one, yeah.
Yeah.
Good one shot.
Sure. Sit down.
Yeah, I think Aurora would nod to you all for you all to take seats first. I think it's more a case that he would wait his turn. A stalwart knight.
I don't think I've quite seen a chair before, so I'm just like...
Roll
Very
dexterity.
uneasy.
Roll dexterity.
Can sit on chair.
That's a 9.
You managed to sit on the chair.
Let's roll a knight.
Yeah.
Going very well so
Yeah.
Very well. Very well.
So this can't go,
So
go
this is
wrong at all.
civilization.
As you sit down, you hear the chair creak. She's like, "Hello, dears! Scar! It's Madame Eva! Thank you for taking the time to sit with me.
I've never played Barovia with Robin Williams in hell.
No, that's it. Just waiting for the cream pie.
You're here to have your cards ready, you.
I'm out.
It's not Dragon's Den, dear. Stay seated. The cards, they tell of your fortune. Draw a card, dearie.
I think genuinely Pipkin would struggle to reach.
I'm doing this for Steve. He's very interested.
You'll do it for yourself, dearie.
Oh, okay. But for
Oh, you're
Steve.
making the old dearie walk around the table.
Big mud, dear.
Pick a card, any
We've got three
card.
nationalities. haven't we?
I got Avenger.
Oh.
Don't tell anyone, dear. Did you not read the terms and conditions outside?
All right then.
It was only A-frame, come on.
I missed that.
Character dead already.
I think this heavy gauntleted plate hand can't like grab a card. It's just like
Just the one card,
just trying to
dearie.
scrape any of them across.
Can we look at them?
You can look at your cards,
Okay, good,
dearie.
good, good.
All will be revealed.
I don't like my card. Can I swap it?
I too would like to swap.
Should we swap?
Yes.
As fate foretold.
Just this clink of armor on armor.
This doesn't work for either of us.
it doesn't, does it?
Magnus,
Could we swap our cards?
no, dearie. All sales and transactions are final. You're screwed. Magnus, show us your card.
I appear to have the necromancer.
This card shows how the shadows of your past and how they twist and distort your feelings. As a captain, the voice has 100% changed. As a captain,
Now you know what I got the other day.
I had sympathy. As a captain, remember you're a soldier at heart, but be alert, be cunning, and keep your weapon and your mind sharp.
Oh, always.
Sasa, show us his card.
She pulled the torturer.
The card shows unwavering loyalty.
It's like part of the gauntlet. It's just like in front of him because he can't physically hold it.
The card shows unwavering loyalty and support from unseen hands. Your overconfidence will be tested. The strength,
I don't know what you mean.
the strength it requires needs you to watch your back. Never overlook the quiet strengths surrounding you.
I've got the very feeling.
Your squire.
Steve is very good.
Lucia, can you reveal your card?
Well, I've got the priest. I'm very, very excited about it. I feel this is a good omen for me.
You'd be wrong, dearie.
That's when you're for a fortune teller like, oh, that's a bad guess.
This card symbolises unity, trust, and the power of a shared purpose. Amongst those you call strangers, you find your allies. A family born in fate, connected through challenges and your future victories. Pimpkin, can you show your card?
And I got Avenger.
The card represents strength and companionship, harmony with nature, resolve and healing what's broken. Your answers lie within the nature of the world itself, finding allies who also share your mission.
I'll go Rusty here.
Something a bit more human, love.
In
Who said you
language or in...
Who said you could bring Pretz? I'm highly allergic to. Aurora,
Could you reveal
can
my
you show
card,
him
faithful
his
knight?
card?
The fine honourable gentleman got so I'm not sure how you say it. Is it Trader?
That's traitor, dearie.
Oh.
You're faced with a crisis of faith in yourself, your family, your humanity, and your God. Your heart and intentions may be noble, but the evil and the darkness will be relentless, demanding strength in your body and your faith.
And he just nods. It's silent. It's just like...
I do love the dark and broody type. If I wasn't 100 years younger. And Urbink, Please reveal your card.
It's Ubrick.
That's what I said.
Friends, only read my gut. Also, I cannot read.
Oh, let me put my glasses on, dearie.
Temptress.
It's the Temptress. I said that. Got to it first. This card represents lost, resilience, and your struggle between life and death. Your sorrow taints your view on your reality. I can see in your mind. It encroaches into the darkness. But even the smallest sapling starts buried deep in the darkness.
Strike me as somebody that likes saplings.
I do, yes. Very friends. In Welsh.
Come again, dearie.
Borraja!
For the YouTube transcript, that wasn't words.
Proper tasty saplings.
Is that a consonant?
Oh,
a vowel?
L.
Well, I think I visited there once. Lovely sheep.
You have us draw these cards and bring us here together, but what does this all mean?
It means you're all due for an adventure, not one by choice, but one that's brought you here by fate.
If Paylor blesses it upon me, then I would travel with you. Obviously, the card drawn says that I must test my resolve with my god, but I do not know why you are all here.
I mean, well, this is perfect for me. I don't know you, and that's what the card said. I'm here for an adventure, ready to go. Really excited, guys.
Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
Then tell us more,
Well,
fortune lady.
I hope you're all sat comfortably
Very.
as your story will about to begin. As she says this, the orb that sat in front of you all starts going blue, then red, then green. It's not a party, dear. I'm trying to do magic. It involves deep concentration.
Pistol whip someone with the back end of a halberd.
I'd like to move seats, please.
Tough.
Oh,
where
you
you're-
magic as well.
At
Do you want to do our pen?
A two,
Steve,
dear.
check that.
As you're talking, these tendrils of light flick out, grab you around the waist and pull you close as you're ripped into the orb. Stood before you is this almost ornate house. There's a gravel load leading up to this tall, dark house, surrounded in tombstones, nestled among dwelling of handful shops. And you
No, I'm laughing at Tamsin.
You see a child outside, but all you see around is fog. Oh.
To the knees.
Oh. Hello there. Have you come to help?
Oh, you?
I'm Rose, and this is my little brother, Thorn. We asked Madame Ava for help. You see this sort of taller-looking female child in the sort of long tunic, but with a bright red cape, very sort of bluish pale skin, and next to her you see a smaller hooded humanoid cuddling a little teddy with buttons for eyes. And that's my brother Thorn. Say hello, Thorn. Oh yeah.
I think Aurora will take a knee, and it's just like his knee hits the ground. He's a big dude, like 6.5 foot, and he's just like leans in. He's like, "We have been brought here by Madame Ava to help in some way. What is it you need us to do?"
We've been left here. Our little brother's inside with our mum and dad. And the little boy kind of picks up and goes, there was a fire and they're inside. Please help mummy and daddy. I can't hear them.
Good lord, yeah.
If there's a child inside, we must go immediately. Steve, the door.
I put a hand down and I will stop Steve. And it's like,
Wait,
"I am of the fire. I do not mind going first in this occasion."
was fire in house?
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah. What's that? Fire an house.
In the house.
Yeah, fire an house.
Fire in the house.
Fire an house.
Fire in the house.
After you, good son.
If you could get over it, can you help Mummy and Daddy?
This child has sass. I like them. They have the spirit of a fire genasi. Aurora will make his way to the door, hearing fire, knowing that he's a fire genasi, and a worshipper of Palor, the sun god. He is, he will stop Steve from going forwards. He's like, no, save your 7 HP.
You'll
Stay
need
back.
it later. You will need that 7 later.
You stay back. No, he will go to the door first. Like, if you don't mind, I'm probably more built for breaching first.
As you go forward,
That's what she said.
Go forward.
I can hear her now. As you go forward, your hand is met with the iron gate as it screeches slowly open, and then as you push it all the way open, almost click, and that echo just falls quiet on the land. And as everyone walks forward towards the house, the fog rolls in thicker and almost like it's following you, watching you from behind, as you kind of get this sense of you're not alone. Something in that fog is happy, it's got something new to play with.
Not entirely sure about this, my dear.
Danger sensitive.
And I think like heavy boot after heavy boot.
Mm-hmm.
He like walks forward with like a sense of purpose. We must make haste if we are to save the child inside.
As soon as your foot hits the first step, the lanterns outside on the porch light up, almost to be welcoming, and you just hear a
Pardon me.
They can afford for automatic lighting, but they can't spare for a bit of WD-40 on that gate. Honestly, priorities.
What order do you say you were from, my lady?
Order of the Watchers.
Oh.
I'm gonna flash a little like necklace that has like a very ornate eye on it, like.
As you all approach the house, who is the first to enter?
If you don't mind, guys, I will.
Yeah.
He doesn't even hesitate. He just like gets like the knocker, but like knows that like obviously like there's danger inside. There's a child at risk, and there's obviously some kind of evil lurking here with this magic and everything that's gone on. And yeah, he just. Is it like a door knob? Is it a handle? Is it a?
It's an old style sort of ornate door handle,
Yeah.
sort of big blue door with a sort of knocker, almost the size of your gauntlet, hanging from the middle.
Yeah. He's
Almost
like
goblin-esque with
Big
like
knocker.
49.
Somebody knockers.
Nice.
He looks like he's about to go for the knocker, then remembers, why they're there, and he just instantly goes for the door handle and goes to.
as
go
you put your hand on the door handle. This, even though you're wearing a gauntlet, you feel this innate chill on the door handle. It kind of unsettles you, but you can't put why. As you enter the hallway, you notice on the south wall you see a shield embezzled with a coat of arms, a symbol of a golden windmill over a blood-red field, flanked by a flame portrait of a stony-faced aristocrats. Mahogany-framed double doors lead in front of you.
Is this the map that's now
That
there?
is the
and thing?
map,
So
so-
where's the front door?
The front door is your
Down.
bottom left.
This
that
one here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just going to put my boy.
Yep, so that's the front door that you're in front of. So as you've stepped forward, you are now into the foyer. Who it is following?
I think Lucia's going to be quite eagerly following behind.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I'd say next. Yeah,
Mhm.
There we go. I'm like,
If Aurora needs to go forwards to make space, he will do.
oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you go forward, you see that this house is very sort of old. You see the cobwebs. You see it's a very well-off family, but something about the cobwebs makes you feel something doesn't quite line up. You know, people that you see in the photo wouldn't have a house in a state like this.
I'll be outside trying to usher everyone else in. Stephen, if you follow the nice big man in the armour, I think he's going to be a great learning tool for you. Everyone through. Hildegard, Bartholomew, and myself will bring up the rear. And in.
Off you, yes, yeah. Off we go.
As you say that, the fog rolls in, and you almost feel something move against the back of your head as you go to close the door.
Horrible weather.
I'm going to take one last look at my surroundings, and then on my body I've got like a string attached full of like bird carcasses. I'm just going to take one off and be like...
Pipkin's probably got Rusty quite close to him, just like keeping him close. Sees all the spiders and then gets really fascinated by the spiders.
Can
and,
you
like,
roll
wants
me
to,
a
like,
perception
hold-
check then, please?
I got my little
Oh, that's
babby
so
dice.
Babby rolls in.
And it-
Babby rolls as well.
Is that a nat one?
Perception, that's a
Very
6.
Um,
I'm just more
You-
interested in the actual spiders.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
so interested in the spiders, you don't see that as Sassa's trying to close the door, it almost pushes open a little bit further, but she still manages to close it.
Oh, Droth will scare spiders.
I don't understand a word. Not a word.
What do you mean?
Huh?
With this,
Are you saying it's all funny?
as
Anyway.
Aurora steps forward and puts her hand onto the next door, a wide hallway, you can see a black marble fireplace at one end, which is that side, with a marble staircase in this sort of red, deep crimson with little flecks of white on the other. Mounted above the fireplace is a sword underneath. It's got a little plaque that says, "With family comes honour."
As Aurora moves his way into this hallway, does it look like there's been a fire here?
Not that you can see.
And they definitely said outside there's a fire.
Yes.
Okay. He like moves into this room, and as he like moves in, I'll say go into there. Turns to the rest of you, he's like, I see no evidence of a fire. You there, denizens of this home, make yourself known. Who's there?
Your mum.
Your mother who?
And
He couldn't end it.
always leave and wanting more, mate.
Yeah, he just like listens for the knock, and I guess in the stillness is just waiting.
As you look around, waiting for something to happen, you see wooden panel walls ornately sculpted with vines, flowers, and nymphs.
Ooh.
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw,
Of course
please?
I can. It's not bad. Which dice should I use? Remember, this is on you. You can choose it.
Kill him.
Dice.
It makes sense.
Oh, it's not good.
I apologise.
The save is low.
I'm so sorry.
She'll be like,
7.
kill him.
It's high enough.
Really?
Oh.
As
That's
you
a
look
low
around the
DC.
room more, it kind of tells of a story, and as you follow it panel to panel, you start noticing that the vines turn into snakes, the fruits turn into skulls. It just gets darker and darker.
That was well timed.
Magnus is immediately starting to feel very off about this. He's starting to think it's, you know, something that one of his sons has put somebody up to. Is it you, Wimpy?
Is it dark in here?
It's medium light, so it's obscured, but it's enough that someone without dark vision would still be able to sort of see.
He clicks the halberd onto his back, pulls out the hand axe, and then with his left hand, and then with his right hand, closes the fingers on his gauntlet and uses produce flame to create a flame.
Yeah.
Steve, take notes.
We're gonna do
As
Steve,
you-
aren't we?
shout that, you just see Steve almost trembling. The colour's gone from his face.
Stay stalwart, Squire.
Pull it together, Steve. Keep it together.
The people, the people in the frame, they've got no faces. Look, as he points, you see the picture, and what was like a happy sort of family is replaced by skeletons wearing the exact same clothes, stood in front of the house.
Are any of the clothes the same as the 2 kids who were outside?
No.
Okay.
Do you think those children were lying?
Squire, a handmaiden, and
A valet.
valet.
There's
Walking to a bar. Ah,
I've not seen
They
his
walk
leg
into
before.
Barovia.
and they never come out.
This is the first time I've
Is
ever
Steve
been there.
over with me?
Steve's
Is he?
with you.
Yeah. Okay.
first time inside.
I think I'm kind of in there as well because I'm
Yep.
taking religious notes on what you're doing.
Yep.
I'm guessing the little door committee is.
That is for you.
Thank you. There we go.
I'm just gonna like touch surfaces because I've never been in a house before.
Just running
I've been in a.
Are you shoed?
Sorry.
Have you got shoes on?
Yes.
Okay.
Like yeah, just like a wadding of leaves. Nothing special. What are those?
They're my Leaf Jordans.
Oh, again, that's good. I like that.
Crud stick.
Not tonight, buddy. Not tonight.
As you come forward, being one with nature, you just hear a.
Oh, what?
Huh?
Even I didn't get that as well.
I love the times we create a character who none of us, even around the table, can understand. Let alone our characters.
Yeah.
We don't have a fucking clue what she's saying.
You man enunciating, boy!
What?
This house is infested with vermin everywhere.
Telling me about it.
Oh, I'm gonna go talk to them if you want.
What are you saying?
With that, you hear the. Almost like it's starting to get faster. Almost like an animal in distress coming from sort of door to the southeast.
I want to head over to that door then and kind of like position with shield and Morningstar kind of ready and braced to sort of like take anything that comes through before it gets to
like,
the people.
Ready in action.
Just basically being ready to be defensive if needs be.
Yeah, so you. Go ahead.
I was going to say also, as it sounds like an animal in distress, I would probably also go over. It sounds like it's behind the panels, or?
So you've come to this sort of old mahogany door, much like the one you've just come through into the main sort of hallway. Same sort of frame, handle, exact same sort of colouring.
Can I see if there's any like gaps, either keyholes or like area underneath the door to try and see through?
Yeah, so there's definitely a keyhole. You're more than welcome to try and look through it. Roll perception.
Is it not?
Go on.
Shall we check out this blade while...
Small boy, what do your peasant eyes see?
I'll see 12.
You see 12 what?
12 of them.
Yeah. As you look through, you just see a sort of study, but you can't see anything else there. The room's clear, the curtains
see
are
nothing.
open.
Can't see anything.
Can't see nothing.
I'm not doing this again.
Like, what wrong with our way to speak?
What? I can't summon. There's nothing.
While they're doing that,
Yes.
can... is it Lucia? Or...
However you want to, Lucia. I don't.
Lucia,
I don't. Whatever you want to call me, I'm happy.
That's very kind. I guess we go over to this blade that's on the wall, and obviously the plaque that's beneath it. Is there any way of doing like a religion check or anything like that, or a check to see
Do an
if this
arcana
is
check.
an arcana check? It's not good.
It's almost like a regular character sheet.
Is anybody else with me allowed to do
I'll
one?
do an
Are you
arcana check as
aiding?
well.
I'll aid, but I mean I have just rolled, so realistically,
We'll keep your roll,
yeah,
and then depending on the roll, see how it aids.
it's not good.
That's fine.
Okay, just a d20.
You're on a roll really high on
Arcana.
this now.
Arcana.
How long does that take you? That
Do you roll a 2 as well?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's a 5.
Yeah, so you both look at the sword and go, that's a nice sword. But then you look a little bit more intricately at it, and you see on the handles the family crest
What's the crest look like?
So the crest is a windmill, but underneath you can see it's finely painted a red field underneath. Almost like it's made specially for this house.
Ian knows.
Yeah.
But like, Aurora's like, does it look like a decent blade, or does it look like an ornament blade?
Going that you're a paladin and used to a blade, you can tell this blade isn't just meant for decoration.
It is an actual blade.
It can actually be used.
And he like, okay, and with that he's just like, this could be of some use to us, and we'll just reach out and grab the blade.
As your hand reaches onto the blade and you slowly grip hold of it, you feel this pull. As you pull it off the wall, you now have a longsword.
Ooh,
Excellent adventure.
sword that is long. Very long.
So the rule is grab weapons if you see them. Then in adventuring, is that what we do?
The way I see this is, they said there was a fire here, yet Madame Ava sent us here to purge the lands of some evil. My God has sent me here because there is evil. This tells me something's amiss. I'm not going to turn down any help if we can get it.
You know what? I'll make a note. Grab everything you see.
Make sure to touch it without checking first.
Yeah.
Grab first, think later. As a paladin,
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
in all fairness, his intelligence is not bad.
Yeah.
In fairness, that's 100% success rate so far.
And he turns around and he's like, he looks at Steve and he's like, he thrusts it into Steve's chest and he's like, Steve, you're gonna need this.
Does Steve accept the weapon?
Of course, Steve accepts the weapon.
Does he do it gracefully, or has he used a weapon before?
Would you like me
Yes.
to
Would you like to?
marionette my PC?
Yes,
my
please.
NPC. Cool. Steve's like, oh, sir, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's only let me use sticks so far. This is a big upgrade. Oh, yeah.
He like puts a heavy gauntlet like across the body, so it'd be on like so his right arm to Steve's right shoulder, and like pulls him in ever so slightly. It's like, tonight will be the night where you go from being a squire to being a knight.
Oh, thank you.
Carry that weapon proudly and use it well.
Oh, I will, sir. Yeah.
Also keep an eye out for a shield. You're not wearing any armour.
I lost it. Oh.
While that's happening, what is Magnus and Ubrick?
You prick.
I was going to see how long it took him to catch on. Ubrick.
So
doing.
Magnus has barely made it through the front doors. He's just keeping up at this point. Whereabouts was the door with the noise behind it?
Just where.
Should be a pointer under the desk for you, James. So down in the box of lovely, lovely collectibles, right hand side. Yeah, it's right hand side, middle shelf. There's like a terrain box.
Yeah.
You should see the movement rulers and stuff in there. You should be able to use that to reach over and point.
So the door that it's coming from is just here.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, cool. Into
so realistically.
Yeah, just like,
there it is.
Tiny house.
Okay, so
None of us went wizard fireball on this one, so I think we're all right.
yeah.
so the fact that there isn't fire immediately puts Magnus's back up. There's clearly something going on. He sees commotion in the room in front of him where people are just grabbing swords left, right, and centre. He's like, "Wouldn't mind a piece of this action." Let me tell you. So it starts moving very slowly forward towards into the room, into the main room. You boy, follow me in.
Boy.
So yeah, Magnus is saying he's about 3 foot. He's pretty average height for Hobbit. Hobbit, halfling. A Freudian slip. Absolutely speaks to everyone as though he's a foot taller than they are. It's just
Small man syndrome.
Automatic. If he thinks they look younger than him, he's 80. He's really old. Automatically, he's like, "You boy, yes."
I follow you wherever you're leading me.
Aww.
Good lad, you prick.
Oh, can I change my name?
100%, mate.
That wasn't the joke he was thinking of.
So yeah, with you two arguing about pronunciation at the door, do you enter?
There's nothing behind there.
There's nothing.
There ain't nothing behind there.
I think I'm going to have an aneurysm.
Looking at you guys coming over. There ain't nothing behind there. Can't see nothing. But a scratching.
Help.
Yeah. So,
Hildegard, what is she saying? Oh, madam, she's saying that there are none Madam, she says there's nothing behind.
Oh, good luck.
And then she's
I quickly learned I'm not doing all three. I was like that.
I saw you give up very quickly.
Oh yeah, 100%. I know my limit.
Well, it sounds like something behind there.
Sounds like something's bad.
Oh.
Good heavens. Good
Sorry, Stephen just leveled up.
One's getting out.
But
Just the one.
There's no fire in here. Children say the fire in here.
Yeah.
And actually, from across the room, he's like, yes, there is no fire here. And it's the word fire that gets him. Like, anytime he hears the word fire as a gymnastic, he's like, so like, he's like,
Kid Causa?
yeah, exactly. He's like, the gnome is correct. There has been no fire here. No fire, sir, at all. No fire!
So what you're saying is there's been no fire.
There's been no fire here. He's holding fire.
Every time you're saying fire, the I've forgotten the word for it now.
Fire.
Fireplace.
Could I reach in and put fire into the fireplace?
Every time that you're saying about fire, you just hear it go whoom, as it lights on, and then as you say it again, it dampens
Fire.
down.
Fire. Fire. This is fun.
I don't like it.
I love it.
Don't like it one bit.
I want one.
I will say that's not natural for fire.
Do you think them kids like is magic fire?
This is the night now, James.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna have to keep track of all these fires.
Joking. That was out of character.
Can I just keep following the source of the tapping?
Yeah, so as you get to the door, you're met with Sasa and Pimpkin just at the door. Do you just push past them?
I'm gonna peer past them and ask, what else can you tell us about this place?
Who you saying that?
Who are you asking?
Yeah.
The boys. The kids.
They're outside.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We need to make a choice, though. Are we going through that door? Or are we going through a door over here? We've got a few in this room, and let's face it, we've got a lot of ground to cover by the sounds, by the seams of it.
With the scratching, can I vaguely determine what it might be from the scratching?
Roll nature.
Swear to God. 6.
You know it's an animal.
Can I investigate the fire?
Yes. I was like, no. Yeah. So again, roll Arcana.
Arcana. 11.
Yep. So as you kind of get closer, the fire is still going. I imagine as you go to peer in, you say fire again for it to dampen down before just sticking your head in. I mean,
Right.
not telling you what to do. So yeah, as you look it through, you just see there's a glyph at the bottom. It's just the campfire spell. So every time it says fire, it just ignites.
Okay.
Very mysterious.
So roll a nature check. Okay. He's gone.
Talk up, Alex!
James, can I roll a nature check as well, please?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Thank you.
The DC is going to go up a little bit.
What was 16?
Yeah, with that, you know it to be canine.
We have
Not
dogs.
Puppies?
not a big animal from where the scratch was, almost like towards the bottom corner, like something's trying to get out.
Not the puppies! I immediately open the door.
As you swing this door open with such
Oh, wow.
enthusiasm, it just goes thunk against the wall, and you hear a
Swing round!
Oh, improvise weapon, please! Oh! It's dead. It had one hit.
I'm sorry.
As you open it, you see oak panel room, like a hunter's den. Mounted above the fireplace is this ornate stag's head with emerald antlers.
Sexy.
Positioned around the walls are 3 stuffed wolves, each facing towards the door.
How's the taxidermy job on these? Are we talking like high grade or are we talking
Roll
like
sleight of hand.
sleight of hand?
Sleight of
Where did that
In the-
even
in
Sleight
the
of
tray.
taxidermy.
That's actually for you guys here. You asked about homebrew rules before we started playing. Something that I employ in the studios. If you tried to roll in the dice tray and it didn't roll into the dice tray, re-roll it.
Re-roll it, yes.
Yeah.
Really good out of it though.
Are we doing so great?
With that, you look at it and you go. You almost like move around it as you're watching its eyes. As you're kind of paying attention and you're going from wolf to wolf, you get closer to the fireplace, to the window, and you hear a
Puppy!
from the other side of the room.
I want to go towards the sound of the alive dog.
And I think, well, where is the fireplace, by the way, that me and...
The fireplace is just on the right-hand side.
So we're obviously here, basically.
Yeah.
So with Saskia, you're heading towards the sort of armchairs that are in the room. These two padded chairs are draped in animal fur of different sorts of animals.
Tacky.
With an oak table between them, with casks of wine, wooden goblets, a pipe stuffed with fresh tobacco.
Ooh.
I think I would have probably gone in after Saskia.
Likewise, yeah.
Got the bow out, and I'm just sort of like tutting at the taxidermy. Like,
Ornate sort of place.
What's the wine situation like?
As you look around, you see up here is almost like a cabinet filled with different coloured bottles.
Any kind of like, are they sort of like a fine vintage, or is there like an unusual mix of spirits in amongst here?
Roll investigation.
I'm very bad at this.
Very bad.
It's a 2 for a 1.
With that, you open up the cabinet and you see a ruby red wine with a scratched sort of pen on it that says Elverquist. You look for the next one, you see one that's called Old Fang Applejack. You find this tiny little bottle that's called Brew Blood Reserve. You see this almost twisted art of a bottle with a little cork in it. And it's called Wizard's Glow Mead.
Magnus sees the bottles. For goodness sake, my dear, don't drink anything. Wimpy could have been at it. We don't know yet.
What's a wimpy?
My boy, terrible business. Oof.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't want to know. Saying his name, I scout the room to see if I can see any shadows that might look like anyone of my
You don't
sons.
have to roll for this, but under the chairs, you see something.
Wimpy? Don't think it's Wimpy.
Not wimpy?
go towards the sound of this dog.
As you get closer, you just hear a little...
My friends, it will take me 10 minutes, but I can speak with this creature. Will you allow me 10 minutes?
Sure, I'm gonna raid the cabinet.
Yeah, are you taking the...
I'll take everything.
Yeah. As you go in there as well, as you're moving the bottles aside, there's one that's kind of like a little cloud called, and it's got on it Dream Whisperer's Essence.
James, I would like to cast Speak with Animals.
You do so, and you just hear this little voice going, "Scared.
No.
I'm so scared.
What is it you are scared of?
You guys are in this room, aren't you?
I'm scared of the noises.
What
I'm
are
scared of that I won't make it out of this house. I was promised my first hunt with my brothers, but they never came back.
these? What is in this house that you are scared of, these noises?
I've been locked in here. I've been trying to get out. I'm so glad you're here.
Come on, outside. Go on. Go on.
As you clap your hands, he kind of like cowers a little bit more as he like pushes back.
I'm scared.
That wasn't, and I didn't actually let him out. Don't worry.
You give him at the nearest window.
This creature is fearful of what is in this house.
What you see?
You'd have to repeat that, I'm afraid.
Say it again. Say it to Bartholomew. He understands.
What you see? I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
While that's going
What's
on,
dog scene?
what are you guys doing
Oh,
outside?
what is the dog scene?
What have you seen in this house, Poppy?
I see the shadows. They move. They claw along the walls.
Shadows, they move.
They watch. They know.
And what are these shadows? Shadows of what?
Monsters.
Monsters! And then with that, he's gonna rip out his sickle, like...
Oh. It pulls backwards. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
I don't believe this
Don't hurt
creature
Gus.
means us any harm. I think we should let it go.
Thank you. How do I get out?
The door.
I believe it's called the door.
Do you want to come with us? Or can you ask it?
You can come with us if you feel safe around us, even though you seem to be cowering at my every word. Or you can go outside. I leave the choice to you. And then I'll...
You can come with Rusty.
Or you could go with Rusty.
Who is a Rusty?
It is like the fox. I'm just pointing to the fox that's standing next.
There.
He's just like...
You may find the Brotherhood.
With that, you see Gus kind of like poke his head out from under the chair. Kind of, you see one ear kind of flick up as he darts, like watches around the room.
Seen that God of War trailer, right? The guy shoots an arrow at his fucking buddy.
I'm not a boy.
Blackjack.
With that,
No
kind of that now,
distractions.
yeah. With that, the puppy comes up and it just nuzzles in to Rusty, and he just looks up and Rusty and goes, "Friend," and just kind of and just it just nuzzles in, and for the first time since you've discovered the pup.
That is my good deed for the day. I believe a little bit of good goes a long way. I think we'll be safe.
That's cool, you can talk to animals.
Yes, it's, well, I'm a druid. It is part of my ways.
But then you eat them. I say, like...
I've got to eat something, right?
With that, what is going on outside the room?
Well, I'd like to turn the fire off and stick my head into the up the flue. Is it?
Mhm.
Flue. I just want to see
Chimney.
up the chimney. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Up the chimney to just do more, just because it feels like there's something here, and she really wants to test her her skills.
As you stick your neck out
Yeah.
further and further, as you look up, normally you'd see the light from the top, because whereas you've come in, it's sort of midday, you'd expect to see the light. You just feel a cold breeze, but you see nothing, almost like beyond nothing. The more you stare, the more it gets darker. But you do see a little leather pouch just around the corner.
I'm gonna go and grab it.
Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw, please?
No.
Do I see anything happening as she's like...
No,
leaning
you
in?
just
Okay, cool.
see her kind of look around, and you just see her hand go up.
22.
Oh! Oh, you can come again.
With that, your hand just moves around, trying to find it. As you kind of tap on it, you hear a chink. You grab it and you pull it down. It's a very sort of weighty bag. Can you roll me a D100, please?
I've actually got one because I can't remember.
Blimey, surely.
Thank you.
Roll either really high or really low. We don't know which one's good yet.
At 50.
Right in the middle.
Middle of the road. As you do this, you pull the bag open and you see jewels and gems and rings, all with the family's logo on it. As you're kind of like quickly working it out, as you know it's about maybe like 100 gold pieces worth of gold.
Wow.
Go!
Always believe in your soul.
I think as you like pull this bag out and have a look at it, behind the cowl of this helm, Aurora like smiles. And sometimes the spoils go to those who look. I'm a priestly man and I do not need wares like such, so well done.
Oh, thank you.
And he turns. Stephen! And I'm just gonna fucking boot the door in. That's next to me. So the door that's here, he just like always make an entrance. Whoosh! Whoosh! Got
as the door.
He's fucking Kevin.
As this door doesn't move, it just goes straight. It comes off the hinges. It just scudders along the floor and just goes dunk. You hear this thud, echo, and ricochet through the house. What was peaceful and quiet rings throughout the hallway. As you look in, as the dust settles, a centerpiece of this wooden panelled dining room is this beautifully carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs, sculpted with armrests, cushions. As you look up, this light sings off this crystal chandelier, almost reminding you of the sun.
A good omen.
As you look out over the table, you see silverware, crystalware, all polished, almost like it stands out from the rest of the house. You see a marble fireplace with a frame painting of an alpine vale.
Yeah, and he would move his way, obviously, like following the door into that room there. And like as he's kicked it off, and it's like gone flying across the room and made that massive noise. It's like, we mean you no harm, but I swear to you by Paylor, if you fuck with us, I will see the end of you. And then we'll start investigating the room for anything, but essentially looking for lost child. If I can make an investigation check, please.
You
sir.
can try.
Oh, it's not good again. It's really bad.
Maybe to change the other ones. They work.
Maybe. It's a 5.
As you look
Under
around
the door.
As you look around the room, you try and put together again the carvings. You see them go from this beautiful nature transformed into almost this despair, this darkness that kind of makes you feel unsettled in your very core. With that, we're going to bounce back to Sasa and Pimpkin.
Well, we've got a dog now. That's rather lovely. Hang on. I'll go back to that table I was at a second ago. So there was a pipe with fresh tobacco.
Fresh tobacco.
What is there? So looking around, does it look like? Because this place is quite dusty and
Yes,
spider
very,
webby.
yeah.
Does the desk look like it's been used recently? Is it cleaner than any other place?
The desk and the chairs are cleaner than everything around it. When you looked at the walls earlier, you could kind of see that there was a thin layer of dust over everything, but this pipe and the tobacco seem cleaner.
Can I pick up the pipe and have a little closer look at it?
Of course you can. As you hold this, you can tell it's made very finely. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill pick it up at a vendor. This has been handcrafted. As you look at the actual barrel of the pipe, you see a very ornate sail ship on one side, and as you flip it over, you see a coin.
Ooh.
Sort of not etched in, but kind of like hammered in and around it, sort of held in place by 2 tacks. As you look in the pipe, again, you do see the fresh tobacco, almost as the smell hits your nose.
Smells like Papa's study. Bartholomew, hold on to this for me. It's a clue. Yes, Mum, sure thing, yes. What other clues could we find to what might be going on here?
That pipe. Maybe like Rusty or I can't be bothered to keep on with it. It's actually
First to break.
it's genuinely hurting my throat. To either have Gus or Russ, whichever one now, to smell it and to see if they can like use like a sense of smell to sort of like find the owner or something like that.
As Rusty sort of sniffs it, he kind of gets up, and as quickly as he's found it, he's lost it.
Well, interesting.
I think Magnus is going to have a look at the wolves. He's quite interested in the taxidermy nature of it. It's like, I've got a few of these in my place. Oh, not quite as large and ferocious, but good capybara or two, yeah.
They're wonderful, exotic.
Yeah, no, from my time over there, yeah.
As you go to look at the taxidermy, you notice one of the wolves has got an open maw. You see within its mouth a little scroll of paper. Very tightly wound, put at the back of the mouth, as if to hide it from plain sight.
Magnus is going to fully assume that it's fine just to reach into a wolf's mouth and take it.
Yeah, you do so.
Reach?
That's a good point. How high is the mouth?
You are fully tall enough.
Magnus is on his tippy toes, making sure that no one's watching.
Are you straining yourself to get in there?
Gets a chair.
Roll the paper.
As you unfold it, as you go to read the words, you hear them in your head. Dearest Elizabeth, the altar has been prepared for the ritual. We will be ready for the bastard within the hour. Sorry, bastard.
Bastard. There you go.
Bastard. Looks like there's a piece of paper about an altar, a scroll, some bastards coming.
Some bastards coming.
Don't know if it's little Magnus, I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out.
What do you say?
I love this character.
I don't know, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Bastard.
Bastard.
Had him with my fifth wife. Oh,
I see.
terrible business.
Just from
Wedlock.
the other side, as like he's like, this room is clear, and he turns around to look at Stephen, and he just points with a fiery fingers like, check the next door.
Yes, I will go and check.
As you go to spin around, you notice in the corner of the room a little hatch. Just sort of.
Wait, which corner of the room?
Oh, my bones. Just here.
Okay. Does it look like a French maiden? Does it look like a?
Oh God.
Yeah.
All the in jokes coming out. I mean, what kind of hatch? Would I know what kind of hatch this is from any kind of kitchen work or anything, or is it like a, secret kind of thing?
It is 100% a dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
It's just sort of a 2x2. As you open it, you can feel the breeze.
Yeah.
You can kind of see down. You can see up as well.
It goes up and down.
It does go up and down.
He like holds the fire in there, and he can't really look around in like full plate. We have a dumb waiter.
And then Mum calls me.
As you open it and as you kind of lean in, you see a few bottles, a few apples, some bread, and a wrapped piece of parchment, almost with like a little string around the top.
Puts the hand axe away, reaches for the parchment, keeping his other hand up high. Flicks it open if he can.
As you open up the parchment, it just unfolds, and you've got what you would only describe as like the freshest red meat. You can see the blood still dripping from it.
Just puts it down.
From there.
As you put it down, you just hear a duh, duh, duh. Almost like the meat has still got a pulse.
That's not unsettling at all. And he puts like his fiery back of his gauntlet to the meat to sear it.
Instead of like a meat's going tss, you just hear more of like a squealing and a squelching, like a Never doing that again in my life. That's better. As you just look around.
101, if you want to hear James' sex noise, clip it and go back to that.
As you look around, you just see this little turtle and your shoe going, eh.
But no, he just like, and he holds it on and he just starts pressing into it to sear it, as this is what he imagines to be some of the evil that's here. And he's like, he's like, in that way, he's like blinkers on, just like properly like trying to like destroy this.
How well do you cook the steak?
I will go until it stops screaming.
So about medium rare, it stops screaming. You just kind of get the waft of a really good cooked steak.
Oh, it smells delicious, sir.
I think that she's kind of like peeking around the door, being like, everything all right in there?
No.
I heard some really weird noises. Is your hand okay?
My hand is fine.
As you see the
maiden.
Blood dripping down his gauntlet.
And he like takes like the meat and he just like throws it on the ground in front of you.
Ooh.
This thing was alive and pulsating.
How charming.
As you throw the meat, it just kind of hits the floor and you just hear a Gus just comes sprinting out of the room and just going ham for hog like you've never seen, like it's never seen food before.
Does the animal look like it's attacking something, the animal that I've not seen before? As it comes running in. Okay, cool. It looks like a dog that's hungry.
It is a puppy.
Right, okay, cool. It's not like a hound
no.
Because I'm like, I've got a halberd.
No.
There's going to be 2 Gusses and they're not going to
It's almost like a German Shepherd puppy. The sort of
big ears.
paws too big for its body as it comes bounding through. This thing is, when I say unthreatening, it is very much unthreatening.
I think I'll run after Gus.
But yeah, so like he throws it at your feet, and like his other hand is like still searing like with this fire, and he's just like, I imagine there are dark, unsavory magics in this place. If a chunk of whatever beast this was before may still live in undeath, then Palor's work must be done, child.
Quite. This is all a bit much, isn't it?
This is like 6 foot tall imposing knight.
I mean, I heard of tales of slaying goblins in the local town. I just that heart's a bit alive, isn't it?
Stephen, the doors.
Gus, come back! Put a sock on it like my dad makes me.
He will actually start moving to the other door. So he gets Stephen to basically check this one while he goes over to here.
Yeah, so as Stephen goes to the door, it's a little bit less ornate than the rest of the doors. It's just kind of a plain wooden door with a little lock on it. Not as an ornate handle, but it's still, you can tell it's a high towards house. So it's made of glass. As he untwists it, you hear it, and as a black figure just comes flying out.
If you kill Stephen, I'll fucking murder you.
The coat rack falls out of it. Stephen flails around, thinking
I would run round, like, as a knight jumping to action, and like...
I think Stephen's got both sword in both hands going, no!
And he's just like, he'll just like pick Stephen and the fucking coat up.
Yeah.
And it's just like standing back on his feet.
Oh, you saved me, sir!
You just see him sort of shaking. It's just a coat rack draped with all these black robes. As he looks back into the room, that was all that was in the room. What's everyone else doing in the room now that Gus has run out?
I would have run after Gus to like
Didn't
make
move
sure that he
your
was...
characters.
Which way?
Gus would be... Yeah,
Does a barrel roll.
like
He
he
goes
just
screaming through and just...
Like... Oh God, what you found?
I don't think, at that point, like, 'cause obviously he would have run round, but in that moment, it was like explained, like, you probably would have got that as I was explaining to
I've probably just
to
seen
Shia.
like Stephen fight coats.
Yeah, and like
100%. Yeah. It's the most traumatic thing he's had to come across. He's like, barely made it alive.
Like,
As he like comes out, I'm just like,
I've seen things, man. I've seen things.
Yeah.
You're right.
No! I mean, yes!
Good thing, Big Night here was to save you.
Yeah, he's my hero.
Yeah. You're doing all right.
Oh, yeah, I'm crying.
It's been a very big day for Stephen.
Madam said she just wanted to take me to the tarot reader. I didn't realise it was going to be so immersive.
Was it your first adventure too?
It's my birthday. Oh my god.
And I think literally
This
at
is
that
my
like
treat.
kind of really quietly looks like a little kind of. She's realised that this is not the kind of raucous adventure that it was going to be. So really quietly whips her bagpipes out and starts playing Happy Birthday.
Oh.
the knight's help
This is beautiful and haunting at the same time.
That's what I strive for.
Before I start kicking in more doors, what's happening over there?
Well, if the puppy's gone, I don't want to be in this room anymore. Bartholomew, Hildegard, let us away! And I'm gonna Holy Grail canter myself. Bartholomew on the coconuts, out and join up with the rest of the gang.
As you go out the room, can you make me a perception check, please?
I can try.
It's a 5.
Okay, that's already beaten it. So 15, 10.
Yeah. As you look, as you're heading out the room, you kind of take a glance around. You sure those wolves were facing the other way a minute ago?
Oh, fuck that.
I love Alex's reaction to things like that.
Gentlemen, you might want to vamoose before you get vamunched.
Get him.
Get 'em.
Not a thing here.
Who's missing some stuff?
For sure, yeah.
As you all kind of gather in the communal sort of hall, you hear a creaking coming from behind the door. Just to the north of the stairs.
Yeah,
yes.
cool. So like the one that I'm about to go kick in.
Yeah.
Boosh.
Are you kicking in the door?
Fuck yeah, I am. Like Aurora does not give a shit. He is not here to play games.
Boot.
Have I got the room there in full plate to fucking kick it in?
No.
Right, cool. So he has to put his shoulder to it, basically.
Yeah. Roll strength.
Yeah, cool.
With disadvantage, because you can't get that much of a run
I
up.
agree. I completely agree. Athletics, yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, it's good, Bo. Let's roll the double dice.
Can he beat it?
It's a 16 on the first dice. It's a 10 on the second, plus 6 for a 16.
You well and truly go. Your shoulder just makes contact. You hear metal onto wood. You hear a as the door just swings open. As you do a sweep of the room, you just see cookware, kitchenware, utensils, all neatly placed. Work table has a cutting board, rolling pin atop, a stone domed oven against the eastern wall, connected to a hole in the ceiling. As you look deeper, being that one with the fire, you see at the back there's still embers. There's still heat coming from within the oven.
He will go to the oven, which I'm assuming is this round thing here that looks like a lavatory.
Yes.
He will basically move across, and he's just like, you know, when like you were camping and you watch like the embers late at night, and you're like just fixated on them. Like at this point, like he puts like, and like the fire on his hand goes away. He's currently not got his hand axe out or his halberd. He is just full plating it across the room. And he just like looks into the embers of this oven. Can I see anything in the oven? Is there anything cooking? Is it just like?
Can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Of course I can. With advantage because I'm me.
No.
No. Okay. Which one?
That's
you
right.
picked it up last
Make a
time.
pick.
What is wrong with you? That's another
It's
three.
I promise you, I am genuinely cursed.
It's been a 3 every time, though, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. So that is a 5.
As you look into the fire, you almost feel like the fire's looking into your soul. You kind of feel this connection with the flame as you stare deeper and deeper. You have the charmed condition.
Love it.
Is anybody else gone into the room with them?
Yeah, I'll have come in because this is obviously Hildegard's terrain. So I've brought her in going, Hildegard, look, it's your room. What maid I see?
And you just see this like imposing paladin knight just like staring.
Oh shit!
As you guys enter the room, you see them just staring. Blank staring. You just see the flames flickering in their eyes.
Ooh.
As you just hear this as they take a step forward.
I want to.
As they take another step forward.
I'm gonna run forward and I want to try and like grab them and kind of pull them back away from the fire.
Roll. I'm trying to remember what grapple is now. I think it's strength versus dexterity, please.
I think.
Shit.
Actually.
Oh.
Grapple.
Was it really
The target must succeed on a strength or dex check, which it chooses. The DC is 8 plus the proficiency bonus plus the strength of the target. So essentially, you need to be. So your strength check versus my 8 plus proficiency, which is 2, plus my strength, which is it's high.
Roll it up.
14.
It's a natural 1 for a 3.
Oh, you're getting round a
And he is just another step forwards.
Can you roll me a D100, please?
Ooh. Yes, I can. I always forget what the
Fire
thing is.
good.
As
I'm not
you
using track.
jump to go and grapple,
29?
as you do this, seeing such a act of heroism, your groupies, your followers as such, your family, they watch you do such a selfless act that they come to your aid. They all grab hold of an arm and a leg.
It's getting warm in that armour, guys.
Ooh, toasty.
You miss and kind of careen and slide across the floor, cleaning it as you go. Can you make me a strength saving throw with disadvantage, please?
One's a nat 20, one's an 18. Oh, no, it's not a nat 20, sorry. It looked like it from there. 17 and an 18. Strength save, yeah?
Yeah.
21.
Even with these extra weight on him, you hear a... as he's now in front of the oven.
He is a fire ganassi, I mean.
Yeah. What's the
It's
gonna
gonna be
happen?
fine.
When I slid, did I slide past
You
him?
are past here.
Okay. I want to. Let's try.
I love the panic in your voice on this one.
While all of this is
Everybody else is like, yeah, that'll be fine.
while all of this is
I could be out
happening
in a second, guys.
outside, the rest of the adventurers are surrounded, watching Gus eat essentially a steak. You hear all this commotion happening from the other room.
I'm just going to be looking at Gus like, look at him. He loves it.
I'd actually like to make a check on what the steak is. Like, not necessarily like, is it a heart? Is it a liver?
Roll survival.
Might get in the oven.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, isn't it?
Seriously. Sorry.
Yeah, it really could be.
Yeah.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Oh god, I might get to play as Stephen in a minute.
Living that safe HP.
Best fun.
As you look at the meat,
Sorry, I'm not.
Gus is so hungry that the only thing that you can see what's left of this meat is what you would assume
Oh, it's me.
is the gristle or the fat.
Has it affected Gus in any way that I can see after he's eaten it?
Roll animal handling.
Ooh. Roll. That'd be a lovely 7.
He just looks like a happy little pup.
Yeah, kind of looks like, oh, good boy, was that tasty? Was that lovely? I think I'm.
As he looks at you, the more you say about it, he's like, just that big sort of pleading eyes.
Oh. Where's steak come from?
It was on the floor. It was just thrown at me.
Thrown at you.
Yeah. Aurora cooked it a bit and then threw it at me.
He's a
That's not
romantic
very nice.
fella.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's his love language.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite. He's like an Uncle throwing steak. Fucking beef.
Can Aurora roll me a strength check with disadvantage again, please?
Yeah, it's just to pull against these guys trying to hold me back.
Yeah.
Come on, baby! We're either getting in the fire, and it's going to be a slow death resistance to fire.
Yeah.
It's 15 and an 18 on the dice. Disadvantage, that would make that a 19.
Yeah. Again. As you get closer to it, your hands reach forward as you prepare to lift yourself up into the oven.
I want to try and I want to slide myself kind of like next to him, and I'm going to use my channel divinity. For let me find the thing. I'm gonna abjure the extraplanar. Because he's an elemental, this should work on him. So needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Just a charm effect, is it? Because this will break the charm if it is.
It doesn't say.
Whiz, yeah?
Whiz.
Oh, that's a big old cocker.
A cockerism.
Oh, it's a 10 on the dice. +2 for a 12.
The DC's 13, so it's a fail. So it's turned for 1 minute and must try to spend its turn moving as far from me as it can get.
You're behind me in the oven, aren't you?
I've come up next to try and get in front of you to try and push you back away.
Oh, okay.
From it.
Yeah.
Sweet. How long have I got to run away from you for?
It's a turn. Turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. So it can't willingly end its move in a space within 30 feet of you. For its action, can only use the dash action or try to escape for an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can take the dodge action.
Okay, so in this moment, he would... Like, I think the fire would become something else. It would become like the ash and brimstone of the 9 hells in his eyes. And, like, I think in this charmed moment, like, he wants to climb into the fire because that's home. For him, like, being, like, of the sun god and being... of the elemental planes of fire, he's like going to climb into what should be comfy for him. Like even inside his armor, it's hot, and he's okay with that. And then you get between him and just of like
I think
the 9 hells.
As this divinity is like channeled, like she kind of like kind of strokes down her neck where this eye is, and reveals like a tattoo along her neck, and kind of like pulls magic from it, creating it into like an eye shape, and kind of pushes it back out towards you.
And that's where he just like his like fiery eyes just turn black. He gets like visions of the 9 hells, everything that Palor wants to fight against, like hordes of undead, which are now like this ovenscape is now like looking at it from like if you were in a macro lens down beneath, and it's just like the 9 hells, and he just turns as if he's going to try and find a more defensive position because he can't hold this ground on his own against the 9 hells. He needs help. However, there's a lot of people in the way there, so can I try and just fucking... I'd say bull rush through them, but it's not Starfinder. Basically, I want to fucking barrel through them.
Roll athletics with advantage.
Ooh, it's an 11 plus 6 for a 17.
As you do so, your fear becomes so apparent that you've forgotten about the people attached to you. So as you're running, you just have these bodies flailing behind you in such a frantic way that you're almost trying to, like, you're over-exaggerating your movements to try and get that little bit of extra.
Like swinging as he's running.
Your legs are frantic. You just see these bodies that were, like, once grappling you kind of fly back.
Once he gets to here, looking around the room, where would be the safest place for him to go? Like, do you think?
As you go out, I can imagine you just being kind of frantic, looking around. You would probably try and find solace under the stairs, because it kind of meets as like a spiral staircase goes up. There's like a little nook underneath that you could easily hide.
Stephen, and he's like, regroup, and like drags him.
Look after him, Stephen.
Can Stephen roll a dexterity saving throw to see if he hits his head?
You can. Oh, let me find the squire. That's
If I can kill him.
It's on your head.
7 HP of head damage.
He needs a 10 or higher.
It's a 4.
Ooh, that's sweet, sweet banister damage. We've all been there. I'm just trying to help you.
A squire actually has a decent HP though, 38.
Yeah, I was just looking at the squires. 38 HP.
Has anyone got lower than 38 HP around the table here?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god, Squire's going fast.
Squire's a fucking hench.
They're a higher CR than you'd expect them to be.
Yeah.
I assume now we hear this commotion, having not had an idea of what was going on
You're all
before.
so busy paying attention to a puppy
Yeah.
that you just hear a "Ah!" as he runs past, like, Stephen! And you just hear a as his head hits it, like,
Oh, fuck.
Ow! Ow!
What's going on out there?
Magnus sees this hulking fire ganassi run out of this doorway. What's going on there, boy? Oh! Immediately heads for where he's just come from.
The sir's gone mad, sir!
What's happening now?
As you look around the room, you just see Sasa, and you see a fireplace, and you just see her help on the floor.
Are they alive?
Yes.
Thank God. I'll help them both up.
Curb stomped them on the way through.
That was my other option.
Our all
Big
went
old
into the
boots.
most dreadful of states. Next thing I come in, he's trying to climb into the bloody fireplace. I've sent him on his way, but we might need to slap him out of a little state that I might have put him in. Whoopsie.
Sure, you want into that sort of thing.
Well, you know, fireplace not for everyone.
Well,
Well,
fiery sort of fella.
I don't think it would do much for him. Would you? Who's to say?
Wouldn't like to guess. Wouldn't like to. It takes all sorts, doesn't it?
Now to queer as folk.
Quite.
Hildegard taught me that one. I, madam, I did.
Planted you out to these games. Full campaign to yourself. Carry on.
With that, is Stephen's head has hit the banister. You just hear a as a light at the end of the stairs flicks into existence, followed by another one that goes
Up the stairs.
And the stairs go up, not down, yeah?
They go up, and as you watch these flames just go up and transcend up the stairway, illuminating.
Oh, well done, Stephen. You found a clue.
I talk real slow now.
He has got like severe concussion, probably.
They see The Walking Dead when one baseball bat hit in.
He's just got an eye popping out. He's like, you can see. I can imagine he's kind of like, he's like workman's comp.
I should have joined that union.
What would you all like to do?
As the staircase is lighting up, I'm not quite sure with the rules of this. I want to find familiar, and I want to send it up the stairs. So I just want to like cast a spectral raven, and it just like echoey sort of, you know, and then I send it up the stairs.
Yeah, you just hear it up the stairs.
And I guess I'm going to be like communicating with it.
Yeah. As you hear the flapping, just as you're all see it go out a distance and you're about to communicate with it, you just hear and it just dish,
No! I'll find another.
falls down the stairs.
And then they just come in. This soul.
I just
soul.
bring
It
Tamsin in a
dissolves
bit closer
with a
to
little
me.
cry.
Did I get anything from it?
You just saw a hallway as an opening and something reflective.
I think there's a mirror up there. Whatever that is, I don't know.
I've heard of it in folklore. As it dissolves in front of you, you shed a little
Everybody
tear.
saw that happening, so just like, they should fucking get up there.
I think if everyone's going up there, I'll quickly stay in the kitchen, and that dumbwaiter, I'll just pull it so it's now at the top.
As you go to pull it, you feel this tension in the rope. As you go to pull it a little bit more, the tension builds and builds. The rope snaps, and you just hear the dumbwaiter drop.
And I'm away.
Drop. And you're there like, oh, how deep does this go? You just hear it go. You never hear it crash.
Okay.
That's the thing about French maidens, they just always go deep.
Nice.
Nice.
Got that context.
Who's going upstairs the first?
I think
the first?
obviously like
Going
6
first.
seconds.
It's a minute.
So
Yeah,
like,
I-
oh, a minute,
And
okay.
also you take damage, so I'll come over and just give you a slap.
With all of this happening,
Mark a point of damage off.
roll a d6. No, with that,
D12.
you're coming back to your senses. You're kind of like, how
Good
did
job
I
we
get
didn't lose
here?
our cool. Stephen, you did well.
Dropping slightly.
Did Stephen take damage? Because I will lay on hands this motherfucker.
What was his dexterity roll?
4.
Yes, he did. Can you roll me a d10?
I'll just take off my lay on hands ball.
down his face.
8.
I will take a D8 and I will put that to one side and just say that's what I took off my lay on hands. Oh no, I can do it here on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Towards the light, Stephen.
Clear.
He's like, sorry about that. And like, and it's
That's
like
all right,
warm
sir.
sunlight blesses him as.
It's warmer than the missus' one.
Fucking hell.
That's my dirty, sir.
She didn't swing that way.
It just sort of fell out.
It just out of her mouth.
With me, nothing just falls out.
And then you feel a disconnection from your god. You say that.
Hey, devotion, mate. I don't think I do. And yeah, he stands up, looking at the rest of the party, and he's like, looks at like the fiery sconces going up the stairs. Who's first?
Well, I'm happy to take point. If someone could look after Hildegard and Bartholomew for me, that'd be lovely. You just maybe stay in the middle, you two. Hold hands. Oh, yes, Mom. Yes, Mom.
I'll have you back. And he like brings the halberd out and has it over your shoulder, ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to also go up, shield out, Morningstar ready, kind of...
And I'll be spotting it over the top.
Magnus sees people starting to look at going up the stairs, frantically looks around on that staircase. Now it's illuminated a bit more, see if there's a sort of rope pulley system chair thing, like he's got in his own home. To see if there's anything similar situated here.
There's not.
Bollocks.
It's going to be slow going.
My old enemy.
Stairs.
You got ahead, lads, I'll keep up. Don't you worry about it. I do shuffle towards the bottom of the stairs. Puffing already. He's alright, we'll get there, we'll get there.
So, as you go up the stairs, as Sasa goes first, the flames get brighter as soon as you step past them.
Which one's the... There.
That's going up. Yeah,
That one.
So you're coming up that way.
As people are charging out, look out for an altar! I saw a bit of paper.
Paper altar. Got it.
Paper altar.
You guys fall behind.
You're out of earshot.
As,
Don't worry.
as you go up the stairs first, you notice the fireplace, and above it is this beautiful hand-painted portrait of this family, all very close together, with a little wooden plaque underneath, about a couple inches long, that says the Durst family.
Durst family. I love the frame.
Keep
Wonderful.
rolling.
As you scour the room, you see these suits of armour, each holding a different weapon, one a sword, one a warhammer, one a maul, and one a morning star. You look around, and underneath the painting, there's something that catches your eye in the fireplace.
Stephen, you might be getting some armour here.
Oh, sick!
You're like a child to me, Stephen.
Can I call you Dad?
Not right now.
There seems to be something in the fireplace.
Let me take a look. Although,
First things first, fire! Does the thing.
our tiefling friend, Lucia, she found something in the fire earlier, maybe.
So, onwards, still kind of keeping a kind of a lookout and a defensive stance, but yeah, I'll make my way
Onwards,
towards.
radiant soldier.
So,
Magnus is
Gotta
out the
quit it,
further
we
way.
can't
As you move forward into the room, I'm guessing towards the fireplace, is everyone else going up as well?
Yeah,
I
no,
think
so,
I'm going to ask Magnus. Would you like not? To, I don't want to insult you,
I'll
but
be in
would
the
you like
centre
a
of the room.
piggyback?
Stephen will be right behind me.
You're quite alright, my dear.
Are you sure? I just
Can
feel
someone
like
just
you're
move
going
the-
to cause you some.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like you're struggling a little bit. I don't want.
No,
Are you
it's absolutely fine, my
really-
dear. Thank you very much for the
Okay.
offer.
Would you
Yeah.
like a gem then? I've got some gems.
A gem, man.
Yeah. Would you like a gem?
Yeah, so it's the rest of them coming up the
Partial
stairs,
to a
really.
gem, indeed, yes.
Yeah. As I'm kind of
Oh,
offering
it's a
everyone
crowded
gems.
space.
Are they crunchy?
No, there's like they're not to eat.
Oh. If you're handing out gems, my dear.
Yeah, I just feel like I found a bag of gems and I just feel a bit weird about it. Maybe just one.
not that one. Not that one.
That's my favourite. That's my favourite. I take a gem.
Cool. Are you sure I can't give you that piggyback though?
No, you're quite alright, my dear. I've got
Oh,
my
I just like
gem now.
march past you feeling really bad.
Yeah,
you know.
everyone's just.
As everyone comes up the
Bartholomew is at the
stairs,
back, so you're like, oh,
not
just
being
hold on,
subtle or quiet about their encumberments.
No, two paladins up front. We are,
Yeah.
we are making some fucking
He's
noise.
about 80.
Wicked, let's go. I've got some companions
You hear
here.
a jangle. You hear a twitch. Can everyone roll initiative?
I'm not using that dice.
The suits of armour
Honestly, those dice.
Jesus.
guarding the room
Oh yeah, -1, aren't I? Shit.
Ooh.
Can I roll for my attendance?
You can. They will go on your turn.
Wicked. Oh, okay, they will go on my turn then.
Yeah.
Yes, but they will go on your turn.
Even Stephen.
Even Stevens.
The one roll with
Ubrick.
advantage. What the fuck am I doing?
Sasa.
Oh yeah, baby.
9.
Aurora.
Nat 20 for a total of 22.
Let's go, baby.
Lucia.
Let's go,
That would be 11.
Go. Magnus.
14.
And Pimpkin.
I am also an 11, so what's your dex?
Huh?
What's your dex?
Oh, sorry. I was away with the
You were.
It's +2.
I'm a +3, so...
Well, that's absolutely no worries.
Fight,
No worries.
fight.
With that, the armor is going to get a surprise attack.
Yep.
Leading the party was... Does a 15 hit?
No.
The second one. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Nat 20.
No.
Damn it.
Does a 19 hit?
It does.
No. Don't count. Cool. Does a whole 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
With a douche, you just feel a hit round the back of your head.
Ooh. From the rear, unsportsmanlike.
And I think as it comes in, he's like, what would he say? He'd be like, be ready.
Bit late.
Yeah. With that shout, it is Aurora's turn.
Yeah, and he's already got the halberd out, and this time, like, he like lifts it up over your shield as you were in formation, turns around, sees this one closest to Steve just here, and is going to straight up try and lance it through the head.
Yeah.
For a nat 1.
Oh.
Is that a critical fumble?
Roll that D100.
Oh no.
See you later, Steve. It's been a pleasure, sir. Oh, that one's a bit of a cocker. 22.
22.
Oh my god, imagine if I get to turn around. It goes straight through Steve's head.
As you go to turn around and as you swing, you wind Stephen. He is stunned.
Ooh.
As he's just flown backwards with the strength that you've used to hit him with.
Yeah, and I think that, like, as the I came around, it's the elbow that, like, hits him.
You just hear a...
I only get the 1 attack per action. Then I will... let's see. Oh dear. Sort of realistically needs to be out of the way. Could I use my, if people are there, movement to try and switch Stephen to there and, oh no, 'cause somebody's in that spot as well,
Yeah,
technically.
and
somebody
you just
would've
hit Stephen. He's
Yeah.
kind of gone backwards.
been- Yeah. No, no, he would just stay where he is. He can't do anything.
Yeah.
That's the end of his go.
With that, the one, he just raises his hand again. With a 15 to hit.
Me?
Yes.
Miss.
Followed by an 18 to hit.
Just 18 armor class.
So as I say that as a
Full play, baby.
he sees a swing, and you just kind of move out the way as you've winded Stephen, and on the back he makes a connection onto your shoulder as you just go. Boah. You take 6 bludgeoning damage. Just your precious plate has a little bit of a dent in it.
Hello.
With that, Magnus, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Right. So are the stairs quite crowded?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, this is
Might
what.
as well stay down here.
Yeah.
Oh, you need to take the piggy
Ha!
bag.
Come on, Barty, in at the back.
Oh, I've had enough of the rear.
This is what Magnus lives for. So, because he's a halfling, he's got the nimble trait. So, I'm assuming I can just move through friendly spaces. So, I'm going to move as close to the action as I can. Come on, Barty. Pats him on the ass as he goes. Yeah, off you go, lad.
Is this the moment you're kind of like striving for? You know, you see that little glint come back into your eye, and you're just like, you suddenly become full of zest as you kind of, excuse me, I'm away.
Like a spry 70-year-old, that's it, yeah. So, how far can I move here?
So each square is 5 foot.
Oh, fine, okay. So, because I'm right at the back, so...
After Magnus, it's Lucia, then Pimpkin.
You won't be able to move through enemy squares, but you can move through.
Through
Yeah, it's
friendlies.
everywhere.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna go all the way up and to there.
So, as you go past that armour that's nearer the slop, it's
Yeah.
just going to try and take a swing at you.
Place around hitting all the time. Oh, you okay, Lex? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With a 6 to hit, I'm guessing that doesn't hit, and with a 8 to hit, I'm guessing they both miss.
Not at all. Man.
As you're so, like, you've got this vigour of life as you're ready for battle again, I can imagine you just duck, dive, dodge.
If you could
Dive, dip, dodge, and
dodge a ball.
5 days of
This
death.
swing misses you. As if it would hit, you would be going back down the stairs.
Not even little friends,
What would you
like
like on his
to do?
knees like a 5-year-old at a wedding? Straight through.
Straight into Paladic.
You just hit the cheeks of Aurora, like,
Would be my first time.
Didn't realise theirs were plated too.
Mine's been my 12th wife.
What would you like to do, Magnus?
11th actually, very top heavy.
You live with him.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that
Did you say
inspiration.
all his compliments for you?
Yeah.
I did get
Here you got inspiration.
I went here,
Mm-hmm.
so that came up the stairs.
Yeah.
I still can't reach though, can I?
No, other than the one to your left.
Oh shit, I thought I was a friendly.
No,
Bollocks.
but-
Okay, well, fine.
I mean, you
So-
can be friendly with him you like, see how it works out for you.
Hello, my dear. Yeah, absolutely. I'll go for that guy.
Yep. Roll to hit.
No, yeah. Ooh. That is 15.
There's an owl in here. Was that 15?
15 with your war pick.
Miss.
Bollocks.
Yeah.
As your war pick just ching glides past their armour, it leaves a little scratch, but
Yeah.
nothing. Is there anything else Magnus would like to do?
As a bonus, I'm definitely going to rage.
Cool. Almost angry, I can imagine
stop
at
your blood
you missing. You kind of feel the rage build up inside of you. With that, Lucia, it's your go.
It's actually,
My go.
yeah. I don't have as high
Oh, D&D Beyond put you first, but yeah, that's fine. Picking is your go. Admire the honesty.
Oh, it's so cozy up here. So I'm gonna try and move through friendly space to get to here.
Yeah,
Which I
as
think
you
will be all my movement to. Excuse me. Sorry.
yeah, as you
Sorry.
do so, the armour will try and take a
Get
swing
another
at
attack
you.
opportunity. Wow, awesome.
It misses with
Love
a
that for you.
2 plus 4 is a 6,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
that
a nat 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does it fumble?
It fumbles.
Hey!
Love it when it works both ways.
It rolled an 18. It has 1 level of exhaustion,
Hey!
I'm so tired.
Our construct immune to exhaustion.
which it's immune to.
Boo.
I am going to try and shoot at it with my bow, the one that just took a shot at me. I'm aware that's going through friendly space,
Mm-hmm.
so it will have partial cover.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cozy up here.
I mean, you could just try and hit Stephen if you like.
No.
It's alright, it's dispensable.
The paladin across the room, it's just like
Locked on.
You said what now, small boy?
Roll that attack with disadvantage instead of cover.
Okay, so that will be the 10. So that is 17.
Ooh, miss.
Oh. Okay.
Is there anything else Pimpkin would like to do?
I'd like to move Rusty up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to move it up again next to the one I just took a shot at.
Mhm.
So. I don't know whether Gus is with us or not.
No.
Well, he's just down in the kitchen.
He's still downstairs.
Alright, I'll leave him.
definitely an immune to exhaustion.
Yeah, end of turn.
That's fine. Lucia, it's your go.
Lovely. Ooh, I would like to not move
Yeah.
I'm quite nice and cozy here with my lovely 15 hit points. But I'm going to cast. I know. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery on the closest suit of armor if it will work. So yeah, I'm just going to yell at it. Your feather looks stupid.
I was going to give you the deck of many insults there to pull from, but no, you don't look stupid.
I have got it. Let her cook.
Brother.
Does anybody smell cooking tiefling? So I believe that's instantaneous.
Target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
With a 6, -4 on wisdom is a 2.
Yeah.
So was it psychic, was it?
So, yeah, what was it again?
1d6.
1d6 psychic
Yeah.
damage, yeah.
Would you like to roll that, please?
Yes, I would. 2.
As you say these words, I can almost imagine it kind of like floating on the notes. You see it go into the helmet and you just hear it echo. It did nothing. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Maybe.
God, I love condition immunities. I really.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I just had a feeling it was going to. But you got to try these things. You got to try.
Yeah.
I am gonna hold back for now. 'Cause
Okay.
yeah, no, that's fine.
So it's armory, and it's going to try and take a swing at Magnus. It's going to miss.
Right, he is, you naughty boy.
I'm going to find better dice. That roll on the table
Should have rolled a Dragonborn.
with a 17 plus 4 does a 21 hit.
Love it. just love it.
That deals 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Naughty boy!
And with that, it's Ubrick's turn, followed by Sasva.
I'm still coming up the stairs, aren't I?
Yes.
Is there any way I can jump up the rest of sort of latch onto the barrier and then pull myself up?
I believe it would be considered something like. So if you roll athletics.
Yep. Oh fuck! Stumble, faceplant, 5.
Was that with a nat 1?
No, that was a 3.
Ooh.
And then I've got +2.
As you go to jump, your hands make connection, but not with enough grip. You just fall backwards
All right.
onto the stairs. Can you roll a d4, please, for damage?
Roll the d4, do you say?
Yes, please.
4.
Ooh.
Ooh, well, I'm going to use my movement to get up back up the stairs,
Yep.
and then I'm going to get within eye shot of that suit of armour.
Which one?
The one on my right. So,
This one?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast... Where is it? Starry Wisp.
The wisp.
Oh, that's an 8.
Does it hit?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Who was that one?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
No, the armour.
This one.
This one.
I thought you meant. Oh,
No,
yeah. If you want to attack him. What was it? Sorry, 8.
Yes.
Was that just as a straight armor class hit, or was it
That's a radiant. Oh, it's yeah, basically.
Spell attack.
spell attack? Is
Spell
it?
attack.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah. That's me.
Sasa.
Okay, I am gonna try and smash the guy who's currently engaged with Old Man Magnus.
Yeah.
With my Morning Star.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Miss.
Shoot.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope. That's actually I'm gonna be like, household, hide. Apart from Stephen, you need the experience. At which point, Bartholomew and Hildegard are just gonna hunker down on the stairs together.
Their hide is just like in the shadows.
Is Stephen still stunned?
Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
7s. 8.
No.
Oh, he's not stunned.
Nope.
Ooh, in which case...
Squire,
engage! He's going to try and pop a shot at the one directly in front of him then.
Yeah.
With his new long sword.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to be... 9.
Oh. No.
No.
It's crowded space.
He's so not used to this weapon.
It's like, it's just going all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it won't stay still.
What's the pointy end?
Not the slongboard.
With that, he is going to get the armor in front of him is going to try and hit back with a 16 to hit.
Too many tabs now. Oh yeah, it just hits.
Takes 4 bludgeoning damage as he goes up with an uppercut for 1, and on the second attack, a 19 to hit.
Yep.
With an 8 bludgeoning damage.
That's still fine.
Stephen.
He's got more hit points than the rest of us. We should be his squire.
With that, Aurora, it's your turn.
Yeah, and like he sees it happen, and he's like, have conviction in your strikes, and he just rears back with the halberd and goes again to just like strike true. Nat 20.
Roll your critical.
Let's go.
So,
are you going for the one closest to you?
Yeah, basically the one that me and Stephen are
that's
already
fine.
going for. And he's like, it's on those moments he's like conviction and like lances forward with it. That is going to be because we are going to pump a smite into this.
Pump it.
So it's 1d10 plus 4, so it's a max of 14.
Yeah.
Then I get to roll another d10 for another 5, so that's 19.
Yeah.
Then we're going to put in a smite, which is going to be a level 1 cast, which is 2d8 max, which is another 16. Then I get to roll that again,
Yeah.
which is another 11 points on top of
So
that one.
what was the first one? It was...
So we had
19.
19 plus 16
Yeah.
plus 11.
Yeah. Thank you.
Which is God knows how much.
Maths.
Where's Jack,
Jack.
when you need him?
Yeah, I know.
Jack, if you're watching, maths.
Hang on, so 19 plus 11 is going to be 30. Then you've got that 16 on top of that one, so that's 46 points.
What sort of smite was it?
Divine. So there's no extra because it's not undead.
You have this holy energy. Would you like to describe how you kill it?
And like as he like rears back and he says conviction, like it's like sunlight just ignites across like the wooden beam and then into like the head of the halberd as he just like through its helm, pinning it to the wall, specifically trying to like avoid the rest of the armor. And he just turns back and looks at Stephen. Armor. Pulls like the halberd out, and just like turns, then starts like turns like on his like heel and ball of foot. So then look at the one next to Lady S. That's his go.
Cool. Seeing that its comrade's just been slayed in one hit, the armor that you've turned to face is going to try and lash out in frustration with another nat 1.
Ooh.
Would you like to roll a D100, please?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Whoop. 32.
With a 32, even though it can't be frightened, you see it shaking. Its weapon drops from its hand. You hear a clunk,
What weapon is it?
clunk. That one was a warhammer.
Big clonk.
Good enough.
And like it's almost like there is sunlight in the room for this moment, and like in that moment is when it like turns around and it's like shaking.
With that, that's its turn. It's Magnus.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one's just trying to have a swing at him. It's like, is that you in there, Wimpy? I'm guessing the visor's down, so you can't see that
Visor's
face.
fully down, yeah.
Fully convinced it's his son.
Yeah.
And absolutely just drags the pickle on the floor and just up betwixt legs.
Roll to hit.
Full shebang.
Right in the codpiece.
Lovely. That'll be a 23 to hit.
Hits.
49. Okay.
Miss.
Okay, so that's a whopping 6 damage. After this display.
Yeah. As you shout the name, you just hear you hear it make contact, and you feel this sort of anger build up as you think you know who's behind the mask.
Son?
With that, Pimpkin, it's your turn.
How would you spell that?
E-G-G-H.
Well, seeing as that one's down, I'm going to command Rusty to sort of... It's like a high-pitched sort of bark at this one. And it's effectively going to be like the help action for whoever next takes an attack on it. It's like kind of a sort of distraction kind of thing. So just having like this really high-pitched sort of like... Yeah, kind of like barking.
Yeah.
Four really straight legs.
Hops as it barks.
Arsehole going.
The asshole sucking the air in for it to bark.
Little trumpets.
Too far, James.
Not far enough.
And then, I'm going to take an attempted shot at the one straight ahead that Magnus has just taken a cock shot at.
How tall is Magnus?
3 foot.
How tall is Pimpkin?
I know, about the same height, probably.
With disadvantage then, please.
Yeah, it will be.
Oh, I love it.
Mate.
Come on, that one.
Mate.
It's not fair.
No, it's not.
What was that roll, please?
It was a 19 and a 2.
Oh, it's
So-
worse because it's just off the crit.
Yeah.
Just off the one.
So, with the 2, it's a 9.
Yeah,
so
that
does not
that
do
is a
anything.
miss.
You're like, ding!
Anything
just hit the
else?
side. I'm just going to be like, that's it.
Lucia, it's your go.
Okay, I am going to look quite disheartened and just whip out my crossbow. And I'm going to take a shot at that one there. So that is 11 to hit.
Miss.
This shit's enough for you to get a second attack action.
She kind of like misses and just like almost tries to just hide it away like it didn't happen. And I'm gonna stay where I am.
Roll sleight of hand to see if anyone notices.
Okay. That is 14.
No one notices.
Fantastic. Really brushes it off. It's like,
With with that, the Armoneris Magnus is going to try and take a swing at Sasa. Ooh, with 17 to hit.
Misses.
Second attack. Nat 1. Roll that D100. This is what it was like when I originally tried to curse Strahd. I rolled 6 Nat 1s in a row.
42.
42.
You discover the meaning of life and have an existential crisis.
It's like a lemon's just hit him around the back of his head. It's bad timing. He drops last to the initiative order and misses his next go.
Nice.
With that, it's Ubrick's turn.
So how many is it? Those 2 that are left?
It is the 2.
Well, I'm not gonna try jumping up the banister again, so I'm just gonna. Can I move past whoever's in front of me on the stairs?
Yeah.
So like these 2. So that's probably 5, 10, 15, 20, say 30, 25, 30 there.
I'd say that's fair, considering you've got to get past people. You probably lose a little bit of movement as you dive and squeeze behind.
Which one looks more fucked up?
As you look in a mirror, you realise it's you.
Highly polished blade.
Yeah.
Disadvantage. I'm going to
First time seeing a mirror.
cast Starry Wisp again.
What was that one again? What do I need to roll, or is it roll to hit?
It's
again?
roll to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, man. That's a 9.
No.
No. I don't want to waste...
You're just saving it for later.
Yeah, basically.
Sasa, it is your turn.
Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
Let's try and actually hit something.
Which one are you going for?
The one who is engaged with Magnus and myself. 13 to hit.
Miss.
This is the worst day! I'm having a bad time! Stephen, do better than me!
If you'd allow me to speak at this moment, in a commanding sort of presence, he would be like, Stephen, move up next to me and I'll go to the other side and we can flank this thing.
Oh, you say, all
Trying
right.
to teach him the ways of the night.
Oh, fell over. Oh, got back up again. He also
You're never going to
has
keep
the
Stephen down.
No.
I never gonna keep me down.
There will be the help action on this one as well.
Oh, amazing.
Stephen's gonna try with his longsword to...
You've got the help, because you've got the dog.
Is that roll twice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stephen, I really need you to
Because you're
concentrate,
sitting
mate.
next to me.
It is. It's a 4 and a 3.
Oh my god. What is wrong with you two and rolling dice? It's
I
just...
don't know, like,
That's a miss.
Honestly,
is
I'm
so
just
Do you want a
constantly-
different set of dice?
no.
I have
You committed.
You can get uncursed
Because it
dice at
does not
Dragonborn
matter which
Industries.
Do you remember about 3 weeks ago I just went through a D20, then a different D20, then a different D20, and
With
it's
that-
always just rolling low.
It's the top of the round, back with Aurora.
Yeah, and he moves through to the other square here. And then, like, what he's using is, like, as Stephen's, like, trying to, like, fight with this thing, he's used it to position himself in, and he's just basically going to, like, come in low with the halberd, and he's just going to try and dislodge all of the armor from
Roll it up.
itself.
Flanking.
Yeah. Oh, that one's cocked. 16 plus 4 for a oh no. Plus 6 for a 22.
Hit.
Oh, went on a journey, didn't it? 13 points of slashing damage.
Yeah. Is your radiant still in effect?
I'm not going to put another smite into it just yet. However, what I might
Burn through
do,
those spell slots.
that's what we're saying.
Yeah, do it.
What I will do is, as he's come up like that, his other hand comes away and he grabs the hand axe from his side, and he's then just going to try and uppercut with the hand axe into the helm for 2-weapon fighting. As that's the only bonus action I've really got.
Roll it up.
Outside of there. Obviously, this is without the proficiency bonus, so this is only a +4.
But you are flanking.
So I do get the advantage, which is well good. Ooh, it's only a 16 to hit.
That's a miss. With that, it is Magnus's turn due to the armor's failed attempt to actually trying to hit.
Shit out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, personal question, just between us. Where the pick landed in his...
Yeah.
Down here. Did it make a hole?
It has made a tear.
Has it?
It has.
Grief, right.
A scrotal tear, you say?
Tear in the grundle. What Magnus is going to try and do now? He's in the perfect.
Grundle grommets.
What he's going to do now, because he's in the perfect position for this, and I can't avoid it. He's gonna put his pick down, lean against the wall gently, and just try and tear this thing open. Just step in between.
Yeah, go for it. I'm guessing that would be unarmed strike.
Beautiful. 14.
Miss. As I can imagine you're getting so paranoid that it's your son that you're kind of so like, I'm finally going to catch him. I'm finally going to catch him.
There, Wimpy.
Yeah, you just kind of go to it and you're like, oh, if it is, am I going to just rip him a new one essentially?
Yeah.
So you kind of question it as you fumble. The armor moves out of your grasp.
Lucky lady.
Pipkin, it's your turn.
You have issues.
I mean,
Followed by Lucia.
okay, so there's 2 left, aren't there?
Yes.
One has got an angry hobbit going for the crotch.
Yes.
One's
Giving it
got-
the old gape.
I'm just like,
You have reverse inspiration.
yeah. I think I'm all right.
You've
So,
got a clear shot to one of them now.
do I actually have a clear
You
shot?
have a clear shot.
Fuck.
You do.
All right, yeah. I will
have.
go for the one. The
One that Stephen and I are trying to
What's going on there?
assail.
That's it.
Do you know what? I'm going to command Rusty once again to sort of squeaky bark at it. Little squeaking to do a help action
Yeah.
to hit on this one.
Helping you, yeah?
Helping me.
Helping you. Helping you.
There's nothing Rusty can't do.
Too far, James.
Not far enough, mate.
Oh, finally, right. So,
suck a beetle.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Finally. Oh, I should have
Try
done
beetle.
spell first.
Friend.
Never mind, I'm here. So that is...
Okay with creepies?
Should we pass the beetle?
Might as well.
Hi, beetle.
On the table.
Yeah.
ringers.
2.
Was that 2?
So that is 5 damage, piercing damage.
Roll those dice.
Wunderbar.
Thunderdome.
And then I'm going to take the move to... Is this door open? Or is it closed?
It's still closed.
Beetlejuice.
We've got a beetle situation going on over here. I apologise.
There we go.
No, go back in. No.
Send him back in, the poor bugger.
No, I'm trying to get it so it's not going to be in debt. There we go. Hit past the beetle. There you go.
For podcast listeners,
the beetle.
we've found a new game to play called Pass the Beetle.
Is this the content you desired?
Alex has just squashed it.
Sorry, Tamsin. Carry on.
Yeah.
I'd like
That's
to
all
just
called
I can't because yeah, Magnus is there.
Mhm.
There's no way I can sort of like
I'm in there
push
somewhere.
on the door, is there? Just
You've
go
taken
along.
your
Yeah,
action
so I was
already, yeah.
thinking,
Unfortunately
I'll just, yeah, I'll just sit there and I'll take the beetle outside. It's a ground beetle, by the way.
Well, if we're going to go there.
See, and
And
people
I'm a
say,
fire genasi.
and people say you don't learn stuff.
Where are my privileges? No one cares about me.
It wasn't me who made it worse this time.
Correct.
It wasn't.
You're
right.
You're shouting about it.
Oh, with that, the Arminius Magnus is going to take a swing. Ooh, 23 to hit.
Oh, okay, sure.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Beautiful. Is that halved with rage? Yes.
What does it say on your rage?
It does, yes.
Yeah.
Resistance to
Are you
bludgeoning.
raged?
Yeah, rage at the start.
I would
Although
like...
I didn't
hear that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I
did
the
say
DM
yes.
did. Yeah, I
you
did.
did say you're
Say
right.
it last round.
I didn't land an attack on the last go, so does that cancel the rage?
Have you taken damage, though? You
Yes.
took damage in the last one, didn't you?
Yes.
Yes, so it continues.
Yes.
Cool.
I'd like to use my reaction here, please. Of
course you can.
I'm engaging the Sentinel to try and make an attack against
Go
the
for it.
dude.
Nice.
Which one of you will betray me the least?
All of us.
Gus.
Oh.
Okay, now we're swinging. 19.
Hit.
You're gonna roll a 1 now, aren't you? Oh! 7 points of damage.
Ooh, nearly right off 70. As you've taken this reaction, you've noticed the armour's sort of limp on one side. It's bloodied.
Had a stroke.
Huzzah!
Yes.
I think the armour can smell toast.
It's going to do its second attack against Magnus. 18 to hit. 18 to hit, Magnus.
Ooh. No, it doesn't count.
There you go.
Oh, no, yeah, that's what am I talking about? Armor class. I was
just about to say, I was like,
What,
I can
that
see
was
it
such an
here,
automatic
Sit next to
response.
Jack. You'll be like, that is not.
No.
Yeah, Stephen, no chance, but it does hit me, yeah.
That's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Again, lovely.
With that,
With odds, you round up or round down?
round down.
Cool, sweet.
Ubrick, it's your turn.
Which one just got bloodied?
The
This one here?
Yeah.
Or
They both are.
can I just pop my head through between Magnus and who's that there?
We all getting on all right, yeah?
Do you guys need a cup of tea?
I'll bring the sickle down. I'll move.
Condoms, anything.
Keep me young.
I'll try and sort of like. Can I move into that space?
Are you small or are you medium sized?
Medium sized. Oh, sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
medium.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bring.
And
this-
I'm white.
I'm a top heavy milk.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He doesn't understand the white reference. Go watch our Tales of the Old West one shot.
Well, I'm the most
17.
problematic.
Miss.
Fuck off. Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
What was it you rolled?
17.
Oh man.
Jesus.
I think it's
Natural
an 18.
armour
Shoots in one way or another.
18.
It's a suit of armour, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm white.
No.
Sasso,
I
it's your
guess
turn.
I've nearly done.
Cool. Let's try that again. Morning Star smashing the same guy. 17 to hit.
Just miss.
Ah, you bastard.
Gene Pope. DCI Gene Pope, sorry.
Stephen is going to try and get his little guy though.
Yeah.
Does he get help because we're flanking?
Mm-hmm.
Needs it. 15
Come on, Stephen.
plus
Conviction.
18 to hit.
Hit.
Yay!
Yes, Stephen. I hit, sir, madam. For 8 points of damage.
Stephen!
It's dead. How would
Sassa-
Stephen like to make his kill?
As Sassa kind of like hears metal, she turns and just sees Stephen go, conviction! And just runs this right through the chest, strong and sturdy with perfect aim, right through the centre of this this armour.
God, Stephen.
And she
he just
sheds a
nods.
single tear. My boy.
Yeah, and the other side of it, as it falls down, it's just this like fire Ganassi's just like, good.
Can Stephen do anything else?
Oh, Stephen's gonna have a small panic attack. Everything's fine.
That's a free action.
And he's gonna, he's got movement to use. He'll, emboldened, kind of run up into the fray a little bit more with his 2 now mentors.
Aurora, it's your turn, followed by Magnus, Lucia, Pipkin, then Lucia.
I think we missed my turn. I think we missed my turn.
You did.
I think we did.
Would you like
I
to
just
take it now?
realised. I
That's
just
fine.
realised. I was like, wait a minute.
I apologise.
My crossbow that'll probably miss anyway, but you know, you got to try these things.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna again. I'm gonna stay. I might. Huh? Oh, okay.
As you
What? I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna go for. Can I get that? Yes, I can. Yeah, the one in the
Yes.
corner. Well, it's the only one left, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna again take my crossbow out again.
Mm-hmm.
Have a bit more conviction this time.
18 to beat.
That's a 10. Again, I just kind of really go. I think this time I'm a bit more like flamboyant about it, and I really like go for it. And yeah, again, it kind of joins the other one in the ceiling perfectly. It like splits in half.
Yeah. I love this moment. You're like, you know what?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take this chance.
It's a
and
win.
just... You split it perfectly.
Couldn't do it again if you tried.
Yeah. That's me done.
Cool.
Okay.
We'll go back to the top of the round.
Yeah, and the other one's looking a little bit lopsided, a little
It
bit
is.
janky.
Yeah. And so's the armour.
Cool. He just, with that reach on the halberd, just... it's just going to go try and, like, impale it. It's not flanking, technically, it's only the one. 18 on the money, 12 plus 6. I was going to touch that then to hit. You roll dice. It's not like that is. See what happens. Oh no! Went the other way on that. Didn't it? The other one was like almost max. This one's it's only 5 points of damage, as it probably like bounces off like part of the pauldron in the back of the helm.
Anything else?
Maybe. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick gander.
Embolden Stephen.
No, I'm not gonna waste the spell slots. He just and then pulls it back.
Magnus, it's your turn.
Got seeing this as only one thing for, isn't it?
Keep splitting.
How's it looking?
Gape.
I know you're in there, Wimpy! And just full arm up into the armor. Tries to grab anything and just rip it out.
Like a puppet.
Roll for it.
Like a shiny puppet. That's a natural 1.
You do have inspiration.
Can I re-roll that with luck?
Yes.
Wicked. I didn't know if that worked for attack as well as. That's not 20.
Better, isn't it?
I'd say that's. So that's a turn up, isn't it? Yeah.
I love Alice with one-liners. He's fucking great.
How would you like it to die? It had 1 HP.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Uno HP, por favor.
Okay, right, so I'm elbow deep in
Yeah,
this
you are.
thing, like I'm birthing a calf.
Yeah.
I don't know what's inside these things. I'm expecting my son.
Yet you still go for it. As you reach up,
Here we are, guys.
you just feel nothing. Almost like a void. But
She a big girl.
Big milk from the waist down.
yeah. So
like that house.
there's a weird warmth to it, as if you're going through visceral.
That would be. Okay, I catch your fist, big old chungy fist, and just drag it back through the hole.
So as you reach up, I can imagine you kind of grab from the inside, like the
Helmet.
Maybe like the
helmet,
inside of the
and you just pull it straight through. As the helmet comes through the gape that you've made,
Go on.
the rest of the armor just crumbles in on itself. That's the end of combat.
And I think, like, looking down at Stephen, he, like, points with the halberd to the other armour. He's like, suit up, kid.
Stephen's gonna look to Sass and she'll look. It's time, and he's gonna get himself all suited.
Should we, like, spend the time to, like, wheel, like,
And
squat?
now you put this on this way, and this strap's here. But you know this.
Like, what does Stephen look like?
Yeah.
Stephen is very much a teenager. He is barely 16. He is.
Spots everywhere and everything.
He'll be a soldier.
The acne is just
Sorry, it's
about
happening
cleared.
again.
He's just started to get a little bit of that like patchy beard starting to come through. He's obviously tried shaving, but clearly doesn't have anyone to show him how to do it properly. So it's not. He's got a few like little razor burns and things. This little shock of red hair peeking out underneath this little helmet. Scrawny little kid.
Yeah, I
You're
guess
gonna
we just, like,
Yeah. With
That's
this,
like-
with this
like-
plate arm that you've kind of like Mod Podged together, you can see that it doesn't quite fit him. You've all tried your best. I'm guessing everyone's kind of helped or attempted
Just
to
a
help.
little bit of plate armor.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going through the door.
It fits him. He does get a +1 to his AC,
Sick.
This is like
but
Nick Squire now.
it drops his strength and dexterity because he's quite young. He's not used to how heavy it is.
What's his AC now?
His AC now is 16.
Okay.
He's unstoppable.
Stephen for king.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
What's Stephen's last name?
I'm not saying.
Oh,
Forget the long sword. He's got the fucking
Dust.
Stephen.
While we don his his armor.
What is everyone else doing?
Magnus is just holding the kind of tattered helmet that he's just dragged out of his armor's arse. And kind of searching the inside for any clues that, you know, something might have been there, or just trying to make sense of the whole thing. He knows his sons are behind it, just doesn't know which fucking one. Throws it to the corner and picks up his pick.
Roll Arcana just to see if you recognise the magic or
Arcana,
anything.
you sweet summer child. You know what? It's an 11. That's not bad. When it works.
Above average.
It's not a magic you're familiar with.
Oh, fair enough. It wouldn't be.
You don't know.
No, you're in there, boy.
Bartholomew, could you just nip into the fire and see if we can find anything in there, please? Oh yes, madam, of course.
As he's going forward, the fire goes.
Oh, that was helpful.
You said fire. Thank God.
Bartholomew will put his head in and have a little grope around.
Roll investigation.
18.
As he puts his hand up, he grabs hold of something, pulls it down. He accidentally caught a bat.
Oh. Madam! Madam!
Playing past the back now, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's
Don't let it bite you. They're contagious.
And don't eat it.
He will hand it to Hildegard, who'll hand it to Pipkin.
This.
Pipkin's through the door. I'm not.
Oh,
Go on.
Well, I'll hand it to Turner. Anybody, please?
Seen a few of these in my time. Saw a few when we were over in the continent. Fly, my pretty. Oh.
As you go to let it fly, it just goes. As he's not used to having the armour on Stephen's just gripped it a little bit too tightly, and you just see it go.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's resting.
He's only sleeping. Don't worry.
With that, did Pimpkin go into the next
I
room?
did go into the next room, yeah.
Which room did you go to? The one closest
this
to you?
one with the piano in.
The piano.
I want to follow.
Piano.
Fuckers out of here.
Drapes cover the window in this elegant appointed hall, which has brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the wall, and stained glass hanging depicts a beautiful man, woman, and a child singing and playing an instrument. A harpsichord with a bench resting in the northwest corner near the fireplace, standing a large harp bastard figurine of a well-dressed dancer adorns the mantelpiece.
And just because it's really important, I'm also giving Stephen the Warhammer.
Can't even lift it.
Pack mule.
Alright, yeah, I'm still a squire.
Carry on.
Nothing this kid can't do at this point.
What would Pimpkin like to do after entering the room?
Are these portraits the same portraits we've seen, or the same people in all the other portraits? So this
Yes,
is the
you know now
Vamp family. Or
the Durst family.
Do
the
these have
Durst
faces, these
family.
paintings?
They do. They have faces.
They actually have faces.
They do.
Any of them look like the children we saw outside?
The child in there does not look like the two children outside.
Okay.
Good looking family. Just an observation.
Oh,
Come in there with you.
they're alright.
You pricks see something you like?
Not my type, but can I go and investigate the piano, harpsichord, whatever it was? I can't remember now. My brain.
That's fine. Yes. As you get closer, you hear a ding 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 ding. As it kind of just, as you get closer into the room, it kind of just springs to life. As it just tinkles a few notes every now and then.
Is it like the keys going like?
Mm-hmm.
I think Lucia hears the kind of music and she's like, oh, my people. And moves into the. Can I get into the, or like at least stand out? Kind of go over
As you
here.
kind of peer in,
Yeah,
you see it playing a sort of almost like the beginning of a song, like a few sort of starting notes.
Well, since I've learnt from all my other adventures just to go head on into things, she's going to run up to the piano and sit down and start playing something. Or at least tinkling a little bit.
Oh, Mark the Haunted.
Roll a history check to see if you recognise the song.
Nat 20.
Whoa.
So it's a 22.
With
You've got
this,
the song.
it almost become instinctive. You know this song, but you're wondering how the piano knows it. It's a song from your childhood. A song that your parents used to play to you. You feel a kind of warmth, but an unsettling from it.
With that,
Mm-hmm.
she's still going to sit down and play.
Mm.
She's like, oh, I can't believe this piano knows this song. Oh my god, this is so exciting. And sits down.
Mm. With a nat 20, you're not just playing it, it's almost like the music comes from your heart. The music just resonates beautifully. You just feel a warmth and a glow fill the room. This cold and darkness almost disappears. You feel at peace. Memories of your family, the good time bunch kind of fill your head.
Oh, what a good time bunch.
Do they,
Oh.
does Lucia, as I'm sort of watching the piano and she's playing, does she look any different? Does anything like happen to her? Or?
She just looks very much like an artist and a musician in the flow. Nothing's phasing her, key after key. There's no miss of a stroke. With everyone hearing it, everyone feels revitalized. It doesn't just, you don't just hear it, it speaks to your soul. Everyone, I'm going to roll it. You get 2 HP back.
Sweet.
Dishing out those big numbers, isn't he?
As,
Don't bite the hand that feeds, buddy. Not in this room.
as you finish up, the harpsichord kind of plays the notes, the extra spice to it to make the sort of finish come to an end. You just feel relaxed. A sense of calm and peace falls washed over you.
Excellent. I'm very
That
glad
was
I did that.
lovely. I must hire you for my next event.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, you know what? Rain check. Absolutely. Because we're totally going to get out of here, right?
Yes.
Great!
Yes.
I just-
Absolutely.
I do that thing that pianists do where they kind of like flick their like tails, but I'll flick my actual tiefling tail
Like
and kind of
that.
just get up
I
and
like that.
just kind of go here. While I'm doing it, could I just do like an investigation on it just to kind of see?
Of course.
It had some kind
Yeah.
of. I'd like to kind of know. I guess what to do with nature or arcana.
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 It is a magical object.
Well. That's a 6.
As you're looking through it,
It's a piano.
you open it up and you find a musical instrument. Not what you were thinking here. You find a lute that looks very familiar to you. But with that, we could go for a break.
As I take over from James in this moment, this is going to be part 1 of this video. Then I'll upload part 2 as we come back to it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching so far. I hope you're having a great Halloween, and we'll be back very shortly.